Alrighty. So, today, I get some of y'all are not great at the 3-step. However, a lot of y'all are good with pictures. Me, I'm not one of them. But if you are, awesome. This might help some of you. If you're not, then don't worry about it. I'm going to show you how to translate the model over into the writing and solving, so you're going to be fine. Okay? But if the pictures are what's going to help you, maybe this will help some of y'all understand some stuff. So you ready? What do I see there?
Negative x.
So I got negative x and what? Plus 4. How do you know it's plus 4?
Because they're shaded.
Okay.
No, it's because they're not shaded.
Well, they're not shaded and there's no negative. All right. And what do I got on this side of the equal sign?
Negative 2x plus 2.
Negative 2a.
And then plus 2, right?
Yes.
Little noisy. Kind of hard for some people to focus when it's that noisy. Yes, sir?
What is so for the negative 2x? Wouldn't you just like add it, but I mean, you just subtract it since it's positive, since you're adding it, but switch it to a positive.
You can? Yeah.
She knows what I'm saying. It's just that
I do know what you're saying. All right, so here's my question to you. Which one is bigger, negative 1 or negative 2? Alrighty, if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. All right, so who wants to share what they came up with? Chris, what did y'all come up with?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. Why is negative 1 bigger?
Because it's closer to the positive numbers.
Closer to positive numbers. Ladarius, what were you guys going to say?
Because it's closer to 0.
Closer to 0, so that's over towards the positive. Who's talking over here, Sanchez or Brick? Okay, what did you got, Sanchez?
we picked negative 1 because it's closer to 0.
Closer to 0. A lot of people said closer to 0. What if I told you that somebody in my 4th period actually came up with something that's a little different? Did I miss anybody who talked, by the way? Okay. So they came up with something a little different. Now, I don't know if Wyatt actually meant to. Wyatt have it, by the way. But what he said was, well, can't I just take negative 1 plus 4? And I said, that will work if you'll do the same thing on this side too. So, if I do negative 1 plus 4, what do I get?
3. No, positive.
Positive 3, right? Now what if I do negative 2 plus 4, what do I get? Negative 2 plus 4.
Oh, 2.
2, which one's bigger, 3 or 2?
3.
That means your one on the left is bigger. If that will help some of y'all, feel free to use it. So, I want to move my smaller variable. But the thing is, check this out. What if I want to zero out my negatives? So go ahead and draw in some triangles with me. We're just drawing in 2, and we're drawing it in on the side that's smaller. It doesn't have to be a beautiful triangle. We're all in math. We're not in art. What happens when I do 1 minus 1? So what's 1 minus 1, ladies?
1 minus 1 is 0.
0. So I'm going to zero both these out. Now, if I'm saying these two equations were originally equal, and I just added in on one side, are they now equal? So, I've got Lexi's table and I've got Diego's table over here. If I each give them tickets, right? And suddenly, I give Diego's table more tickets. Are they equal?
No.
Well, you just told me over here they are. So if I'm given these 2 extra triangles, are they equal?
No.
Hold on. What if I do this? Are they equal now?
No.
So I give them 4 tickets. I give y'all 4 tickets. Now I give them 2 tickets. Don't I need to give y'all 2 tickets? That's what these 2 triangles are. These right here, like the 2 extra tickets I just gave one table, I got to give them the other table too. We already had 1 triangle here and 2 here, and we're still saying they're equal. They are equal. Because that triangle equals something that makes them equal. The amount of triangles is not what makes them equal. It's what the triangle's representing. So if I zero that out, what am I left with? 1x plus what? Plus 4, right? And then what's left on the other side? 2. Now, mathematically, what we actually did was this. We added 2 x's to both sides. That zeroed out. That dropped down. And my 2 dropped down. Now, here's what I've seen people do. I don't want you to write this down. Because I keep seeing so many people lose the equal sign, here's what I want you to do from here on out. Draw a line. I don't care if you have 1, I don't care if you have 2, I want to see a line. Because if you start dropping stuff across that line, I want to get you. Because it's not going to help you. Guys, you have a test on Friday, and I want to make sure everybody nails this. And the only way to not get some of these wrong is to not lose your equal sign. So if I want my x by itself, what do I actually subtract?
4.
The 4. It's the only thing on that side of the equal sign.
Oh, I get it. I get it now. So each comment is like on that side, you get that number.
Yeah, the only reason why I know how to do that is because I'm like,
So confused.
it's wrong.
Now, from here, I'm done. I'm done with an answer. I've got to check it, but I'm done other than that. Caleb, you have a question?
So are you supposed to like on like all the problems? Are you supposed to subtract like the largest numbers from?
You always want to move your smallest variable first, and then move everything else away from the variables. Yes, Devon?
I thought we were supposed to simplify or number the x from the number we got from subtracting.
I did. So do -1 plus 2 in your calculator. What do you get? One. How many x's do I want? 1. Yeah, so this 1x is the same thing as just x. X equals -2. Now, I'm going to put this back in.
You need to come call his mom too.
Okay, I'll send him after a minute. Apparently you need to call your mom after you get done. All right, so is anybody still not sure on the check? Okay, please be careful in this because what's your x? X is negative, right? That means I have -1. Or you could just done a negative and then a parenthesis. What's your x? -2. Yes, I have 2 negatives. What does that equal? Put it in your calculator. Check it out.
I got you.
I'm hearing 2. I like 6 better.
Yeah, I messed it up with that.
Don't forget your negative in front of your 1.
You made a mistake.
I did not. -1 times -2 is 2. Plus 4 is definitely 6.
Yeah, but why do you have it negative?
I don't have it negative. That's a positive 6. This x is negative. And guess what? They're both 6. That means my answer does check out. All right, let's look at number 2. You guys are going to give me the equation. And then I'll give you the equation in number 3. Because number 3 and number 4 you're going to do by yourself.
Hold up, man.
All right, so if you didn't hear, Emmanuel said -2x plus 3 is equal to 1x plus 2. Now, the bottom one, you have 3x minus 4 is equal to 1x minus 7. All right, so what do I do first? What's my smallest x? A negative or a positive?
A positive.
Is the smallest?
It's a negative.
So negative's the smallest. How do I undo a negative? So if you said subtract, do -2 minus 2 in your calculator. See if you get 0.
I did that wrong. My bad. I said wrong.
You're good.
It equals negative.
Exactly. So if you add 2x to a negative, you're going to get 0. That's why I can 0. Whatever I do to one side, I do the other. I drop down. I'm a line. All right, now, what do I subtract? Because I got an addition. Yeah, I can't do anything with my 3x. Because there's no other x.
So that would be the answer.
Oh, so you can't subtract nothing about an x.
There's no more x's. All right, Layla, what do I do now? Or do you have a question? All right, what's your question? It doesn't really matter. You can do either side. As long as you have some sort of line to block off your equal sign, you're good. So for those of you who missed her question, she said, how do you know which side of the equal sign the line goes? The answer is, any of these, you can choose either side. If you want to do the double line or around it, you can do that. I just don't want you to lose your equal sign. Emmanuel has a question?
So for each time there's a x
Okay.
So each time there's something kind of like this, you just get the number right here, just subtract it with whatever's left right there.
Yes, but make sure that your equal sign, the numbers stay on this side.
Boom.
All right, now, what do I divide by?
Divide by 3.
Okay, always. Very rarely will you ever hear me say always. Always divide by your variable coefficient. That means the number right in front of your variable. Always divide by that number. So 1 divided by 3. Now, your calculators are really super smart. You can leave it as a fraction. In fact, I'm going to strongly suggest it. It will make your life a lot easier. So, -2, parenthesis, 1 over 3, plus 3. What do y'all get when you put this in? What do you get when you put this in? What do you got?
7 over 3.
So we got a 7 over 3. Did you do the second side? I want you to leave it as a fraction. Keep this easy on you. All right, is there any last questions before I let you loose with number 3? So reminder, alpha y equals. All right, Carrie, you got a question.
Yeah, why didn't you divide the first time?
I didn't have to because I already had 1x.
So if it's more than one X, you have to divide?
Yes, ma'am. It's more than one. I divide. Jackson, you have a question?
Okay, yeah, I have two questions.
Okay. What's your question?
Okay, first question is, if we're gonna keep it a fraction, why don't we do something like 2 and 1/3? Or why
Because
don't
most of the time on your stuff, it's probably going to be an improper fraction anyway. So it's easier for us just to leave it there. Because we can always double check to see if there's a mixed number.
and that's why we wouldn't do something like
Exactly.
Because
So
it's
I don't
probably
necessarily want to leave it as a decimal because it's really hard for me to tell that 3 repeats forever. Is that your only questions?
Yes, those were my 2 questions.
All right. Anybody else? Last questions? All right.